Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to conclude our sleep series tonight, episodes, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm excited. We're going to get started right on our self care series alongside of emotional intelligence. So, what I was going to do, family, we're going to chime in a minute, but I wanted to break this down for y'all. What I was going to do is teach on self-care, kind of combine them, but I don't want to do that. So one week it'll be 2 days of self-care, then the next week be 2 days of emotional intelligence, and we'll just keep going till everything is finished so that we can just kind of keep things together, that we, you'll have whatever I teach on that week, you'll be able to just kind of meditate and just kind of glean from that. Don't want to mix them up too much, okay? I wish I could find some oracle or tarot cards for emotional intelligence specifically. I know I can use my regular tarot cards, but I want some geared toward that. So I'm gonna go on a quest for that. And we'll just go from there. I am really trying to get myself together to start the tarot card readings again for the zodiac sign. I think I may want to go another direction because I'm prophetic. I may do something a little different, but we'll see. But people really enjoyed those zodiac signs because they were spot on, and it was just nothing but spirit. Um, but we'll just ride the waves and see what comes up and go from there. I'm just trying to get my schedule together. We got some things coming up for my household and just trying to balance everything out. But we're here for y'all. We're going to show up as best as we can. Um, and those days we can't show up like we want to, things come up, I will keep the communication lines open. But as for me and my house, we are blessed. We're doing well. And I'm feeling pretty good. Life is good. I can't complain. Life is good. We did get that energy from the eclipse. Spirit just told me to chill, rest. I did do my morning coffee and tarot. That was phenomenal. Please go look at that and check that out. Okay? But let's go ahead and chime in. And we're going to conclude our sleep series tonight. Okay, here we go. I got my green candle burning here, and I have my 7 African powers incense going. It smells lovely, absolutely lovely. Okay, let's go ahead and chime in. The bowl has just a moonstone in it, and that chime was a little longer. I think I used this last time, but it was just something different about that tonight. But it resonated with my spirit. Okay. So we are on the last chapter of the book. We're going to just slide right through it. We're not going to be here all night. See here. Oh, yeah, this one is going to be good, y'all, because it's talking about therapies. The therapies, okay? The different type of therapies do as far as sleep, okay? The first thing it talks about acupuncture. Acupuncture can be an effective treatment for insomnia by restoring balance and harmony to the patient's energy system. Return to normal sleep may take several sessions, but some people feel extremely relaxed immediately after or even during the treatment. It can relieve emotional as well as physical pain, calming anxiety, and lifting depression. Regarded by most doctors with skepticism only 20 years ago, it is the most widely used complementary therapy within the medical profession, practiced by a number of doctors and increasingly in hospital pain clinics. This ancient Chinese technique is based on a theory that health depends on a harmonious flow of energy or life force called qi. Qi flows through the body via energy channels called meridians. The 12 main meridians are connected with and named after a physical organ: the heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, and so on. Each of which can be affected by the specific emotion, by a specific emotion. For example, fear affects the kidneys. Y'all listen to this. Fear affects the kidneys and anger the liver, together with their relevant meridians. Insomnia is often found to relate to a disruption in the energy flow of the heart meridian, which can be caused by shock or even by excessive joy. Too much or too little energy in one or more meridians can give rise to both mental and physical symptoms. Diagnosis, therefore, focuses on the individual state of energy rather than specific diseases. Traditional methods include taking a full history, observing the patient's skin color and possibly tongue, and noting which parts of the body are extra hot or cold. The strength of the meridians is checked through 12 pulses found in the wrists. Over or under activity in the meridian can be caused by dietary, physical, or emotional factors, often a combination of these. And the acupuncturist's aim is to restore health by restoring the balance. Progress is usually slow and steady, but treatment can sometimes have dramatic effects in releasing traumatic memories. And a few acupuncturists combine the treatment with psychotherapy. Along the meridians lie hundreds of acupuncture points, tiny gateways into the energy flow, whose Chinese names often indicate their function. Treatment consists of stimulating or sedating the meridian to restore the energy balance by inserting very fine steel needles into the appropriate points. Whether this is painful or not depends both on the practitioner's touch and the patient's sensitivity. Points that need treatment are usually tender to the touch. It may be slightly painful when the needle is first inserted. As the balance is restored, the pain lessens. Usually only a few points are treated in any one session. The needles may be left in place for 10 to 20 minutes, and the acupuncturist may twiddle them from time to time. For insomnia, the acupuncturist may well treat points on the heart meridian, including the Shenmen, gate of the spirit, Shenmen, an important point on the wrist, which is also often used for depression. In traditional Chinese terms, the heart is said to be the seat of the mind or spirit, and sleeplessness is caused by the spirit rampaging. In more orthodox terms, treating the heart meridian takes the pressure off the nerves to the heart, which may be overstimulated. Acupuncture can be extremely useful in reducing withdrawal symptoms from tranquilizers, sleeping pills, and other drugs, including nicotine. Research on heroin addicts in Hong Kong has shown that treatment increases the brain's output of endorphins, reducing pain and lifting the mood. It also stimulates the excretion of drugs from the system. Some acupuncturists prefer patients to come off their pills before starting treatment, since the drugs may counteract the effects of acupuncture. That's some good stuff. That's really, really good. Okay. Now, The Alexander technique. This is what I've been wanting to know more about. We kept seeing it throughout the book, so we're going to learn. The Alexander technique can help you sleep better by creating greater physical and mental harmony, enabling you to go through life with less strain. It is a way of learning how to use your body as it was meant to be used, easily, effortlessly, and without tension. The technique was developed in the 1920s by an Australian actor, Frederick Matthias Alexander, specializing in one-man shows. He was plagued by recurring hoarseness and breathing problems, which prevented him from performing. When medical specialists could find nothing wrong with his throat, Alexander decided that there must be something wrong with the way he was using it. He studied himself with the help of mirrors and realized that his voice was being affected by the way he held his head and neck, which in turn related to the tensions in his body. Over the years, he taught himself new habits, not only solving his voice problem, but discovering a new mental power and energy. He began teaching his technique to private individuals, including actors. Today, it is taught at several training schools in Britain and around the world, and it is very popular among performers of all kinds who can be more aware of their bodies than the rest of us. Small children know instinctively how to hold themselves correctly, but are soon thrown out of balance from school days onward by things like badly designed school desks and too much sedentary work, as well as the stresses of modern living. Emotions are also reflected in the body. Rounded shoulders can develop as a fear response to an overcritical or bullying patient or parent. Parent. Good evening, Miss Rose. Good evening. While over anxiety can produce a head that thrusts forward instead of balancing easily on top of the spine. These muscular postures tend to become fixed, perpetuating the attitudes of the mind they reflect. Lessons usually last 30 to 45 minutes, during which the teacher helps you gradually to adjust the way you stand, sit, and walk, using his or her hands to show the body how it should be and gently guiding your muscles into new habits. It takes time for these habits to be changed, and initially you may need to see a teacher once or twice a week. This is gradually tailed off so that in time you will only need a lesson every month or two. During this re-education process, tensions are released. The stance becomes more natural, the ribs open up so that you can breathe more naturally and deeply. And very often back and neck problems are relieved. As the client becomes more self-aware, he or she is able to go through daily life with less stress. Despite its gentleness, the technique can bring about profound changes, not only in the body, but in the mind. Partly though, the letting go of old tension, and partly through its focus on the present moment. This can result in a new, freer way of responding to stress, anxiety, decision making, and so on. For insomniacs, learning to adopt a different, more flowing attitude to daily activities can be extremely beneficial. Now that was really good. Now the rest of these I'm going to do just some highlights because quite a few things, and we've been over most of these through my teaching. But that right there is a technique that I'm going to look more into for myself. I find myself being conscious by the way that I stand, because of the way my body is shaped, and since I have a average over more than my kids here, they're like, "Mama, tell the truth." Above average size, more than average size, backside, and I have this the way my body's made and that curve in my back. It forces me to kind of stand like this, but I've learned to just kind of relax and just kind of adjust the way I stand, and it kind of helps me walk. I walk with my head up, my chin up, and things like that. And when I'm not walking right, my body responds to that. So it's certain things that I see within myself. That's why I said when it comes to self-love and self-worth and taking care of yourself, you should never be bored because there's so much stuff that we can do. And so now we're embarking on this technique that I've never heard before, where somebody's readjusting your body, helping you readjust your body. And in that, you get better posture. All these things come with it. I've never heard of the Alexander technique. Now that we know, we know. That's why I said knowledge is power. Y'all look that up. The Alexander technique. Again, I will be learning that for my practice, and I'm going to start with myself. Another thing is meditation. So just imagine that alongside of the Alexander technique. And to learn more about acupuncture, I've talked to someone who, mother in my health field, who mother has problems with her bladder, her foot, or something, and she got some acupuncture done, and it really made a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I am a little nervous about acupuncture because there's just something about those little needles all over your body. I can take a needle, but I'm not even gonna go why. I'm not even gonna go there. I don't want to mess everybody's mind up. But it just gives me, I overthink things sometimes. But I know I will really benefit from that. Just to try it and to see. And also I need to see if my insurance will cover me getting a service like that. So that will be great. Hey sis, how you doing? Good to have you. But just to know that these exist, the thing about it is, okay, my brothers and my sisters, just opening up, okay? And when I say open up, because sometimes we be so closed-minded, we get set in our ways, because we're used to doing things. And I always said as I got older, I will always be open and flexible. Being set in your ways, you miss out on a lot of good things, and you lessen the quality of life because you're set in one way. If you're going to be a spiritualist, I feel spirit on this. If you're going to be a spiritualist, if you're going to help people, if you're going to, engage with spirits, engage in your craft, use different tools to help people, it's hard to be set in your ways because you're open. And so that's why I said when you're open, it's easier for you to embrace things that you've never embraced before. I'm not talking about crazy stuff, but I'm talking about stuff that's going to enhance your quality, your quality, however you want to say it, of life. All right. And so I am, for myself, I am, embarking on a new way of thinking as I'm getting older. And I want to pass that on to people that I meet. You know what I'm saying? Every day that passes, we're getting older. We don't have to embrace some things. Oh, my mama had heart problems. I'm going to have it too. Oh, my dad had diabetes. I'm going to have it too. You see how we just let them, and we remove that from my atmosphere. But I didn't have any of that. But whoever that's for, we remove that. No, disappear. Healing. Divine healing be unto you and your bloodline. It stops there. So you see how we just can embrace things. The doctor said, oh yeah, that's hereditary. And we'll accept it. We're not doing that over here. Okay. First and foremost, we're magical and we have different tools. We have different spirits and deities and all types of shit we can work with. Okay. So that is something that, again, I told you my spiritual advisor, she's not my spiritual advisor anymore. She cut me off. That's another story. People are funny. I ain't gonna get into it. Y'all know I go on a tangent. But I want to. She said I was going to write my own doctrine, and I see that more and more because of the shit that I'm coming up with in my head. Just sitting down vibing with my children, they could be writers in that book, that doctrine, because we see things differently. It will blow your mind. Okay, so the next thing is aromatherapy. Aromatherapy must be one of the most delicious ways. That's what she said. Delicious ways of treating insomnia. It consists of massage using essential plant oils and a vegetable oil base, and is a wonderful way to experience deep relaxation excellent for tension and stress related conditions. It is more than a pleasant experience, however. The essential oils are distilled from the flowers, leaves, or roots of plants with specific curative properties. Their uh, volatile elements are absorbed through the skin into the bloodstream and into both the body and brain through the membranes at the back of the nose. They can affect the organs and glands within the body and have a direct effect on mood since they reach parts of the brain controlling the emotion. So there are oils that can simultaneously calm you, clear your brain, and lift depression, as well as healing your physical body. Okay? Now I'm going to go through each paragraph, just read that first line. These days, the aromatherapy is used in some hospitals and hospices, largely at the instigation of nurses who recognize the value of healing touch. A qualified aromatherapist will first take clients through a questionnaire to check on their medical history and specific needs, looking in the case of insomnia for its emotional and physical causes before choosing what combination of oils to use. One of the beauties, I'm going to read this whole paragraph here, of aromatherapy is that each oil has several properties so that you can be treated on several levels at once. All right. The treatment itself can take up to an hour, sometimes longer, and usually the whole body will be massaged. Some people find themselves going to sleep on the massage table. Some find that in this relaxed state, they can talk out their problems with the therapist. And because sense can trigger the emotions and the memory, I'm going to read this whole paragraph. And this is for people reading along. The emotions and the memory, clients may find themselves experiencing an emotional release during or after a treatment. You can release the tensions and bring out things that people may have buried, says aromatherapist Trisha Donna Hooker. When people allow things to come up in them, they can be recognized and dealt with. And so that is something you can combine with crystal healing. Since I work with aromatherapy heavily, I work with oil heavily, and we're talking about 10 plus years of making products and learning, this percentage, that percentage, putting it together. Now I can just do it just by knowing, how much base oil I need to put, how much, essential oil I need to put in that. If somebody comes to me, I'm having this problem, that problem, my brain starts moving like a computer, what oils to use. So I'm thinking out loud to y'all. I would like to use that alongside of my crystal healing. Can you imagine you come into a practice and it's set up and it's peaceful and harmonious and you got some things going on, and this woman, this cheerful woman just glowing with spirit, or a cheerful man just glowing with spirit, pulls out these beautiful crystals and these oils and say, listen, I'm about to help you. Help yourself, okay? And just having that therapy. I never had anything like that. Hopefully I will get to experience it for myself. I do it for myself. It's different somebody doing it for you. But just imagine that. That is something I really want to share with my clients and with the world, alongside all of the wonderful other things that I do, just like a one-stop shop. Okay, aromatherapists may well be able to help you come off sleeping pills or tranquilizers using oils that can both calm you and cleanse your system of drugs. Like other natural therapists, they will want you to get your doctor's agreement first, okay? The choice of oils will depend on the individual's physical and mental state. In Aromatherapy for Everyone, Robert Tesseran describes how he helped an elderly widow suffering from depression and nightmares, one of whose children had died from a heroin overdose. Oh. I'm sorry, y'all. That hit me because one of my jobs that I work, with autistic people, there's a nurse working with this client. We changed shift, and she shared her story of how she lost an adult child to heroin. And the reason why that hit me so hard, because this woman, this nurse, She was just trying to help her daughter come off those drugs. Registered nurse, and she found her daughter dead. So that really touched my heart. So that's why I had to stop for a minute. Okay. So I can just only imagine, talking to this mother that lost her daughter, to even find her daughter, the dreams and the flashback that she's having. But to know, if I, still was in connection with this woman, which I'm not anymore, I would suggest aromatherapy to her. So that makes me look at it even more um differently. You know what I'm saying? It's really a phenomenal therapy. Okay, so aromatherapy massage using a blend of frankincense, bergamot, clary sage, and jasmine gradually cured her of her nightmares and depression and enabled her to give up her nightly sleeping pill. I'm going to make an oil with that. If I can help somebody that's struggling with something that intense, oh hell yeah, I'm making it. I'm so grateful they shared this. Okay, if y'all want that again, if you write for the note takers, it's a blend of frankincense, bergamot, bergamot, clary sage, clary sage, and jasmine. Okay, jasmine. I suggest using a heavier oil for those, um, because they are strong essential oils. You may say, well, I just want to use coconut oil. You need something a little heavier so that can disperse out, and so it won't be, irritating or overpowering in smell. Jasmine is a very strong smelling essential oil. Bergamot is. All of these are, but mostly jasmine. And you don't need much of it. So if you're going to make it, use a base oil of jojoba oil or sunflower oil, safflower oil. Um, Olive oil is a heavier oil. Those things like that. I would suggest, if you want to put some coconut oil in it, yes, combine it with a heavier oil so that these oils can blend well, and you don't need much. And depending on the size of your bottle, you don't need much. If you use, right off the top of my head, if you use a 4-ounce bottle, I would do maybe 5 drops each. Okay. Because you're doing it more so for the properties. Of course, you're going to get that aromatherapy. There's a very strong smelling oil, but you don't want it to be irritating to the skin, because that could just destroy the whole purpose of using the oil. So 4-ounce, I would use like 5 drops each. And then double 8-ounce, 16. So for 16-ounce, yeah, you can just keep going up and up with the 5 drops each. All right. Don't overdo it. Please don't overdo it, or you'll mess it up. Okay. And then if you do it and you're like, I don't smell it, you got to shake it up real good and let it sit a few days, because those little scent molecules from the aromatherapy oils, the essential oils, they gotta kind of pop, so to speak, get smaller and disperse through the oil. So those days, I would say, sit it in a dark place and shake it up every day, maybe 3-4 days. The longer you let it sit, the better. Okay, but if it's something that you got to use immediately or quickly, try to make it like a week ahead of time so you can really get those oils, I like to say, soak in. Okay. So, and you'll notice day after shaking, you'll be able to smell the fragrance of that oil. Okay, so that's my little aromatherapy that I've gained over the years, and I'm proud of that. All right. So your aromatherapist may also suggest nutritional changes or supplements, Bach flower remedies or herbal remedies to take at home. Yeah, me too. I was tore up when I when she shared that. I mean, standing face to face with her, it was, yeah. Any topic like that, anything, cancer, of course, y'all know I lost my mother to COVID. It's just really, I'm still dealing with it. And then when I hear other people's stories, um, it makes me emotional. Um, the other week, I went to a client's house, and nice couple, husband and wife, been married for quite some time, young couple, they're in their late 50s, young couple, but they have a lot of health challenges. And when she told me she was a nurse and he was a doctor, oh, I got so emotional. And you want to know why I got so emotional? They can help each other and be there for each other by way of their profession. And now, they're going through challenges and physically in their body, but they have each other to, he was talking about uh her blood pressure and how they're monitoring that. She was talking about, helping him get out the bed because he's paralyzed on one side. It was just amazing to see two powerful professions together as husband and wife under one roof, getting along, loving on each other, being there for one another. That touched me, y'all. Call me corny, but that really blessed me, because we look for spouses, we look for partners that can benefit us in some way. I will hope everybody's like that. Younger, you want the oh, but when you get to a certain point in your life, you should want something that is going to benefit you in the long run. People change, shit happen. We're faced with stuff we did not see coming, but to have somebody there that's knowledgeable, that cares, that has the education, that can, be there for you, know what to do if you run into any troubles with your sickness and disease. Amazing. Okay? Amazing. I said I was going to slide right through this, didn't I, y'all? But this is my jump right here. This is my jam right here. Okay, so it talks about self-help aromatherapy. It's talking about what I just told y'all. Making sure your aromatherapy is not heavily diluted. Make sure you have the best quality of essential oils. We have some moderately priced oils like lavender. And the different things that lavender is good for. It's good for insect bites. It's good for burns. If you have menstrual cycle problems, it strengthens your immune system. And it mixes well with neroli, marjoram, lemongrass, linden, which is lime. They're all soothing. Geranium is a great one. I use a lot of geranium. It creates balance and harmony. Melissa oil. I don't know much about Melissa oil. I'm going to look into that. Melissa oil is uplifting. And Lang Lang will help lift the pressure. Lang Lang is also an aphrodisiac. So you can't use that at night. Unless it's about to go down. But if it's about to go down, hey, use that, but not by yourself, okay? You might have to go down with yourself, but hey, we grown, do what you got to do, but just that's just a warning, all right? Yes, lavender is the bomb. I have lavender, everything, honey. Lavender, vanilla. I have sachets of vanilla. Oh, not vanilla. I have sachets of lavender here that I packaged up for my little boxes. You can just get a whole lot, and it comes with the little baggies, and I just put it in there. So I put that in there, however they want to use it. However you want, you can put it in your bath water. I want to make lavender tea. Was it lavender tea? Yeah, I want to make lavender tea one day, lavender lemonade. You can do whatever with lavender. It's absolutely phenomenal. All right. Any of these oils can be used in the bath to aid sleep. You can also put 2 or 3 drops on your pillow, but avoid direct contact, or on a handkerchief to sniff it if you wake in the night. I've never done that. That's a good idea. If you have a partner or friend who will give you a neck, shoulders, and spine a gentle massage, You can make up your own massage oil. Use 3 or 4 drops of single aromatherapy oil or 2 drops each of 2 oils in an egg cup full of base oil such as sweet almond or grapeseed oil. Those are great too. Okay. But the other oils you're going to use some together, please combine the heavier oils. But almond oil is a light oil. It's a slippery oil. It's good for massages. And grapeseed oil is a heavier oil. So those are good if you want to mix those together. Okay. If you make up larger amounts, remember that once mixed, they will not retain their properties for long. Keep the mixture in a dark, airtight bottle and use it within 3 months. Don't use the same oil or oil mixture consecutively for too long, as it may lose its initial impact. I disagree with that because I've had people that have had my oils for months on end. Okay, people get my products, they say I try to make it, still has the same impact. I don't know if it's a magic spirit or whatever. I have oils that I made and it has the same impact to the end. Like my spearmint oils I use for my hair, and then one night I may use coconut oil, one night I may just use plain what's the oil I use? I just may use plain jojoba oil, something of that nature. I switch up. Okay. I barely use lotion on my skin. It just, unless it's a nice herbal lotion, and that's for emergencies. But I use natural oils on my skin, and my skin is very soft, very smooth, and it's healthy. Okay. But I switch it up in that essence. So I never had a problem with any of the oils losing their initial impact. Okay. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Okay, caution. Essential oils are extremely potent and should not be used neat on your skin. I don't know what she mean by that. You can have an allergic reaction, or like the man who unwittingly used neat, or I guess mean pure, neat rosemary on his head for baldness. You could suffer from even more severe insomnia and mental chatter. Never take aromatherapy oils internally unless prescribed by a medical aromatherapist. In other words, don't use it directly out the bottle on your skin. You can most definitely drop it on a handkerchief, like I said, or use it in an oil burner or anything like that. But not using the base oil and use directly, you will have issues. I don't know what that's like. I never tried that. Okay. It is what it is. Okay, so Bach flower remedies. Sis says, I put a few drops on a Q-tip and taped it to a fan during the summer. Girl, what you say? I slept so good. Laugh out loud. Neat means as is and not diluted. Okay, got it. That's a good idea. Cotton balls. And I need to get back into making my dream pillows. Okay. Another witchery I was doing, I didn't know it was witchery. So thank you for that. That's some good stuff right there. Wow. Okay. Bach flower remedies. Bach flower remedies were the discovery of Dr. Edward Bach, pronounced Bach. There you go. Let me get it right. Thank you. Thank you, boo. It's Dr. Edward Bach. It's B-A-C-H, okay? Though a lot of people understandably pronounce it as they do the composer's name. That's crazy. Well, call me out. But it's Bach, y'all. That's funny as hell. Okay. A physician of Welsh descent, highly intuitive and sensitive, he spent his working life seeking even pure methods of healing. After qualifying at University College Hospital in Wales, he worked as a pathologist, there you go, and bacteriologist, and then took up homeopathy. He came to the conclusion that illnesses are caused by negative mental states, which, if prolonged, damage physical health. Conversely, happiness, based on being in touch with one's higher self and life purpose, allows the body to return to its natural state of good health. In 1934, Dr. Batch left his Harley Street practice to seek the countryside plants that were appropriate to specific mental states. By holding his hand over plants to sense their energy, he intuitively discovered 38 remedies for different states of mind, testing them on himself and others. I got to read this. This is good. He listed 7 main moods: fear, uncertainty, lack of interest in the present, loneliness, oversensitivity to influences, despair, and overconcern for others. Me too. I agree with him too. This is good. His subdivided he subdivided these. For example, finding 7 remedies for different kinds of fear, including mimulus for fear of known causes, MIMULUS for fear of known causes, and aspen, ASPEN, for fear of the unknown. He also created a 39th remedy, rescue remedy, composed of a combination of remedies to be used for physical and mental shock, accidents, and traumas. There is no known scientific reason why these remedies should work, but the quantity of grateful letters received at the Batch Center attests to the fact that they do. Without ever having advertised, the center is constantly busy making and distributing the remedies, giving personal consultation, and answering inquiries from all over the world. Batch remedies can be effective by themselves and are an excellent adjunct to any other treatment you may be having. They can be made up in combinations of up to 6 remedies. Since people often suffer from more than one symptom, some practitioners find it more effective to prescribe one at a time. Results can be instant or may take a few months. They occur so naturally that people sometimes only notice the change in themselves much later, looking back. With their healing effect on mental states, the remedies can be very helpful with insomnia, since they are chosen according to the personality, symptoms, and attitudes of the sufferer. Different remedies will suit different people. For example, for insomnia caused by a sudden bereavement, suitable remedies might include Star of Bethlehem for shock, honeysuckle for a tendency to live in the past, and perhaps chicory for self-pity. Willow is good for resentment, and holly for anger, olive for exhaustion of mind and body. A workaholic secretary who suffered from migraines as well as insomnia was prescribed oat for over conscientiousness. Y'all, I know how to say that. I just can't say it tonight. Conscientiousness. Got it. And olive for her exhaustion. After taking them for 2 months, her migraines and insomnia had totally cleared up. Batch remedies can also help people coming off tranquilizers and sleeping pills by dealing with any old anxieties and worries that reemerge during withdrawal. I had to read all of that. I'm going to get a book on that. I want it all. I want all the information. I want it all. Homeopathy is another complete system of medicine that can treat insomniacs on many levels, including the body, mind, and system. Developed during the 18th century by a German doctor, Samuel Hahnemann. It is based on giving 1-minute doses of natural substances, plants, bee stings, and so on, which instead of suppressing symptoms, encourage the body to fight back. The choice of remedies is based on the supposition that like cures like. If you give certain substances, for example, quinine to a healthy person, that person will develop the symptoms of fever. Therefore, giving it to someone feverish will produce a cure. Thus, one of many possible remedies for insomnia is derived from caffeine. That sounds like what they give us? Vaccines. Is that where vaccines come from? that whole makeup. That's what it reminds me of. Okay. If you have the book, read the rest of that. Um, it said King Zoology. Examining and rebalancing the whole person. It can help the insomniac by identifying and correcting imbalances in body and mind using a series of muscle tests and other techniques. It was the brainchild of an American chiropractor, Dr. George Goodhart, who found that by testing the strength of specific muscles in a systematic way, it is possible to evaluate the patient's state as a whole, nutritional, chemical, emotional, musculoskeletal, and energetic. Dr. Goodhart called this system applied kinesiology. Um, there are also simplified forms such as Touch for Health and Balanced Health, which are intended only for family use or as an adjunct to another therapy. Okay? And it goes on how that works. Basically, muscle testing, how it affects it. Okay, then we go into, it's a lot with that. I'm gonna go back and read that. Then it goes into massage. Y'all know that how massage works. We talked a lot about massage. Massage is another helpful, enjoyable way of dealing with the stresses associated with insomnia. Okay, yes, they do. Okay, I thought that's what it was. Yes, they do. It's the live virus you're getting. Okay, makes sense. Okay. um, I did not know that came from somebody that dealt in natural medicine. Ain't that crazy? They said if you want to hide something from us, put it in the book. Not on this watch. We're gonna always have a good book before us, honey. And I have people say, no, we're gonna get in the book. I love books, y'all. Don't are y'all appreciative that I love books? Because we learned a lot, and I'm almost at 100 episodes with this series, and we've been in some hellified, dope ass books, and we've learned a lot. I'm like really, really I just feel like once I started this series, it was just almost like, I was a little nervous and everything, but I was ready. I was excited. And I was like, even if I'm out here by myself, I'm going to be out here. But somebody's going to go back and listen, not knowing that I have some people rocking with me the whole time. Thank you, sis. Woo, woo, woo. I felt like a little seed. When I started the series, it was like, ooh, divination, destination. I told my daughter was like, oh, mom, I like that. That's going to be good. I was like, that's scary. I'm talking about divination. She said, mama, do it. And so it's like I put a little seed in the ground, and now I just feel like, first I was sprouting and everything. I'm talking about for me, what this has done for me. But now I feel like I'm just in full bloom. And now I'm learning how to nourish what has happened within me and in my life, the growth processes. So this is what this information now. You may feel just like me. You're blossoming, you're blooming. Your life has totally changed from this series, and y'all see me go through. Y'all see me go through. Painful processes and all of that. And I'm not shy. And this recent heartbreak, but I'm still blossoming. I'm still blooming. I'm still growing. I'm still prospering. And so that's what this is all about. It's going to take these things, the divination, the spiritual work, the aromatherapy, all the shit that we're learning for us to continue progressing forward to our destination. I did not say that you would not have a flat tire along the way. I did not say you may, somebody may try to, distract you along the way. But I'm giving you the keys. We're getting the keys as to how to keep going and how to excel. And what I love about it the most is knowledge is power, and how to keep ourselves covered and protected on all areas. This is one of the most powerful times of my life. I've seen a lot of power as a Christian, yes. But this right here is nothing, is unmatched. What's happening in my life right now is unmatched because it's just not an outward. This thing goes deep within. I mean, it gets down to the core of everything. I just love it. I just love it. So we're talking about the massage. Let me bring it in. Got a little happy. Massage, another helpful way, enjoyable way of dealing with the stresses associated with insomnia, particularly for people who find it difficult to relax. To lie on the couch, having your body caringly tended to can ease away all kinds of muscular and mental tension. Touch and relaxation are healing in themselves. In addition, massage stimulates the circulation of blood and lymph, boosting the flow of energy and essential nutrients in the blood, and also helping the body to free itself of waste toxins. This can be particularly beneficial for problems like rheumatism and arthritis. Okay, so the lymph nodes, I think it's in your neck. In your neck, under your armpits, in your groin area. Those are the main areas. Some people just need to research. You know, if you have problems going on under here with your breast, just those areas, shoulders and stuff, make sure that that blood, you know, those lymphs are flowing. You know, that's what removes that toxicity out of your body. You have to study these things. Okay, what I want y'all to always remember, we got a few more things to go through. A lot of this stuff I already talked about. What I want y'all to remember, I want you to just hear it in your head like a broken record. When you are diagnosed with something, don't settle for it. I'm not saying don't follow the doctor's orders, but the doctor, like I told, the doctor came to me and said, you got high cholesterol, you're borderline, and you tipping over. If you don't do something, you know, high cholesterol, that's heart problems and shit. I'm already considered obese, you understand? But God gives me a little grace because I'm a black woman. Our bodies are different. That's the truth. We can't go by that scale. They said my height, I'm supposed to be 135. The devil is a lie. I would look sick. My body's made different. That's a whole nother thing. But I didn't accept it. I didn't settle for it. Okay? I heard what the doctor said. Her diagnosis was right. I didn't settle for it. What I do? I adjusted some things and I got my supplements. Okay? Remember what mama said. Get out there and walk. Get that heart rate up. Get that blood pumping. Don't accept it. My knees started hurting. I told you my mom had 2 knee surgeries. Okay? I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting what I gotta do. Strengthen those knees. I do my squats at night. I have my supplements that I take for my knees. I walk. I gotta get this weight off. It is what it is. You just can't say, doctor said my knees bad. And you weighing twice over your, your natural weight, which you should weigh. We just sit down. Oh, my knees hurt. I'm just gonna sit down. No, get your ass up and walk. If Spirit has blessed you to be able to move around, get up and walk. I've seen people on canes and walkers and shit like that. I have clients that say they can barely walk, but they're gonna do their daily walk every day, and that's what keeps them going. You just can't sit down and accept this shit and just be like, this is what it is, unless you just want to wither away. Again, this is my sounding board, and I hope people hear it that come to my page. If you want to be here a long time, what's wrong with having a great quality of life? Being in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, now, why the hell not? It is obtainable and it is possible. I've seen it over and over again. I've grown up with a great grandma, 96 years old, still walking around. She walked around till she was 102. Okay? I didn't see her on no damn walker. I didn't see her, I'm old. She lost her eye, honey. A disease got up in her eye. She lost, I don't know, y'all. Again, I tell you about her eye. My kids will tell you about it. You know, if somebody got a glass eye, their eye don't really move. That eye looked like an eye. Again, I think it was magic. I seen when she got it out, and her natural eye, as I seen when she got the glass eye, and that damn thing, it looked real. I don't know the bionic eye. whatever. But great grandma was magical. But she just didn't accept it. I didn't hear her say, "Oh, I gotta take my medicine. Oh, baby, get my walker." Oh, I didn't hear that. That is why I'm about to cry. I told you I didn't hear that from my grandmother. I didn't hear that from my mother. I didn't hear that from my great grandmother. I have an auntie. She's facing challenges now. She keep on moving. I'm like, "Auntie, you need." I got it, baby. Let me get it. I got it. But they don't sit down. My family just don't sit around and soak in sickness and disease. They kept moving. And they declared good things over their bodies. Okay? And that is the sounding board here at A New Woman 08. We are living life with spirit. I just feel that in my bones. Somebody need to hear that. You just want to sit there and just, oh, I'm going to just accept it. I'm just going to, settle in it. No, we're not doing that. Okay? We're not doing that. Okay, so we talk about the self-help massage. Massaging your partner, massaging your child. You can massage your animals, your pets. Okay? I discovered pets are like people. They go through health challenges and things like that. You love your pet, you can look into this stuff for them. We had a teaching on that as well for pets and for children. Children are facing health challenges. Shit they putting in the milk and all that shit, and we, going through delivery, they inject the stuff in our veins and affect the children, affect their teeth, their bones, and all that shit. They can benefit from this as well. Massaging the feet, okay? This can be extraordinary, soothing, mentally and physically. Among other benefits, it draws tension away from the head, helping to calm an overactive mind. If you have a partner who is willing to massage your feet, try it after getting into bed. You may well find yourself drifting off to sleep. Foot massage is also a very good way to get a fractious baby to settle down. Just gently stroke the feet for a few. I wish I would have known that. Okay. My daughter had me massage her feet. Now she almost 30, honey. Mama, my feet. Help my feet. And I get in there, I massage my baby feet. Okay, just gently stroke the feet for a few minutes after a bath. Of course, with babies, you can do this at any time of the day. Feet. I'm going to say this. Thank y'all for joining me. Yes, a lifelong learner. Absolutely. Absolutely. Feet. Okay. Y'all know I'm hands and feet. Okay. That's my thing. Take care of your hands and your feet, especially your feet. And I say this to men. Men just say, "Oh, my feet, that's for women." You know, sir, you can go get a pedicure. You need to go get a pedicure. Okay? Because if you start having problems with your feet, you talking about problems. Okay? I told y'all about a gentleman I was dating. He didn't do shit to his feet. And I said, because I'm still mad. He showed me, y'all, I promise you, that man's feet look like dinosaur feet. I am not exaggerating. First of all, and I'm going to say it like I feel his country ass, you going to take them socks, oh, let me show you my feet with a grin on your face. I could have damn it puked. Y'all, horrendous. I wanted to slap the... No, you didn't. And you older than me? And you think this is cute? You think this is funny, sir? Toenails, y'all. I'm telling you, look like dinosaur feet. And I was like, you know what? You got to get a pedicure. I do that. I can't, we got to go get your feet done. That's a lot going on. So one, spend a week with him. Went to go see him. And it wasn't like I could leave. I was hours away from home, 3 hours away from home. So we get in the bed, He's talking about how soft he put them damn feet on me. I thought razors was. I said, if you don't get those feet. I said, put some sauce on. Don't rub your feet. I said, is you trying to cut my skin? My skin's soft, honey. Get them damn feet off of me. The fuck? I don't play about that. Ladies, make sure your man gets his feet done. Men think I'm a man. What about? No, you can have problems with your feet, calluses, all that. That could bother you. You won't be able to walk, honey. I'm almost done, y'all. I don't play about that. I don't play. I was in here the other day, honey. Take an hour. My daughter said, Mama, I said, my feet. What's that, Mama? I ain't never seen your feet looking rough. I said, no, this is nope. You've always said that. And I like my feet rubbed. Okay? I like my feet. Well, I can't be talking about I want, several partners and I'm looking like who done it and why. I'm like, you be good to get one man. I want three. I'm gonna be on point. And I have multiple partners. What I got one now. Trying to have two, trying to get my baby daddy in the picture, but he ain't acting right. But anyway, I like my feet rubbed. And I like to feel proud of myself. My partners are going to benefit from. But it's for me most of all. And most of all, yes, you look good, you feel good. Most of all, it's for your health. Okay? I work on my feet all the time. I don't need anything like, hang nails or stuff digging into my feet and me not and the hard calluses on my. I don't need that. Okay? And then we're gonna move on. I had one time, it happens all the time, basically. Was a guy I had dated in high school. Y'all know I always have a semi-freaky story. And I was at his house and we were chilling, watching TV. And I, did my feet. I like to put this pretty silver sparkle. I got pretty purple on my feet now. And men are slick do it. They want to know what kind of feet. So, although some men don't take care of their feet, they want to make sure their woman feet look good. So I had my socks on. He put my feet up here. I said, "Oh, he want to see my feet." I was waiting. I was like this, yeah. So he took my socks off. He said, "Oh, girl, your feet." He was shocked. He said, "Oh," and he kissed him. He didn't know what to do. He was so shocked. He said, "Oh my." He knows it. I said, "Okay." Yeah, kiss the feet of the queen. Yes. That happens a lot. Yes. So yeah, take care of your feet. Okay? Take care of your feet. Medical herbalism. Herbal medicine has been used by mankind throughout the ages and all over the world, and is growing in popularity. Today, in response to concern about drugs and the desire for more natural forms of medicine, herbalists, like any other natural practitioners, feel that relying on herbs simply as tranquilizers is much the same as relying on medical drugs unless you also deal with the causes of your insomnia. The herbalist aim is not merely to treat symptoms, but to prescribe medicines that will improve general vitality. Oh, thank you. I know, right? Feet don't fail me now. Friends rule. Thank you. I appreciate it. But prescribe medicines that will improve general vitality, clear the system of toxins, and restore balance and harmony, good sleep that comes about naturally. Many modern drugs are based on plants. Aspirin is extracted from willow, and digitalis from the foxglove, for instance. What modern science has done is to isolate from these plants the active ingredient that provides relief or cure. What it has overlooked in this process is that each herb contains a balance of ingredients that counteract any side effects from the active ingredient taken in isolation. They also contain health-promoting vitamins and trace elements. Herbalism is therefore generally very safe, and properly prescribed medicines have no side effects. It is true, of course, that some herbs are harmful, and you should go to a qualified medical herbalist for advice. Herbalists treat much the same range of problems as doctors, and their diagnostic techniques resemble those of medical doctors, using the same equipment for testing blood pressure and so on. As well as assessing symptoms, practitioners evaluate the overall balance of the body's various systems to ascertain underlying disharmonies, and they prescribe on the basis of the whole person rather than symptoms alone. Therefore, as with homeopathy and other natural medicines, prescriptions for the same disease will vary for individual patients. Different herbs will be appropriate. For instance, for sleeplessness caused by anxiety, digestive problems, hormonal imbalance, and so on. Okay. For instance, for insomnia, the herbalist would want to find out what is contributing to the lack of sleep. We know that. Medicines are also dispensed in liquid form as tinctures. I do want to learn how to make tinctures. We did learn a little bit about that. Herbal medicine can also act quite fast, particularly when patients pay attention to a good diet. In chronic cases, however, it can take time to restore health as the medicines work gently and thoroughly, both detoxifying the patient's system and building up his or her strength. Okay, then it talks about self-help. Naturopaths not only advise on nutrition, but look at their patient's whole lifestyle. Okay, we learned about that. Osteopathy and chiropractic manipulative techniques can often help insomniacs, and not only by relieving pain in the back or other joints, treatment can be an excellent stress reliever. Insomnia, headaches, migraines, and general tension are, for example, often caused or exacerbated. Exacerbated. I think I said exacerbated. Exacerbated. Okay, I think I got it. By problems in the vertebrae of the neck, which both the osteopath and the chiropractor can relieve or cure. Okay, that is something I've considered as well. Chiropractor. I want to do a chiropractor. I've never been to the chiropractor. Just kind of check my bones, make sure my stuff is in alignment. It's good for that. I want to go to a massage therapist. I did look into that. And also maybe go sit down and talk to an herbal doctor, to give them some things that I'm maybe experiencing, to tell them what I'm doing, just to get some insight. Because you may be good, but you always can be better. Okay. So look that up. Osteopathy, OSTEO, pathy, PATHY, and chiropractic. Reflexology and reflex zone therapy. And the vast majority of people I treat, says a former nurse turned reflexologist, by the time I get to the second foot, their heads are nodding. Reflexology is yet another complementary therapy that provides deep relaxation as well as therapeutic treatment for a number of ailments. Its origin are very old. An ancient Egyptian wall painting, wow, shows two people having their feet treated. Reflexology was rediscovered in the 1920s. Thank you. Exasperated. Thank you. You probably told me that before. Exasperated. Jesus, I was struggling. Thank you, sis. Damn. Don't judge me. This country tongue, it get twisted up, baby. Thank God I can read. Thank God I got a little bit of intelligence. Exasperated. Yes, Lord. That felt good getting that out right. Thank you. Okay. Reflexology was rediscovered in the 1920s by American physician Dr. William Fitzgerald and is growing in popularity today. Okay? That has a lot to it. I don't even know how to say this. I'm not even going to F it up. SHIATSU. It's also called acupressure. It is a form of oriental massage developed in Japan at the beginning of the 20th century. It is based on the same principles as acupuncture, but uses the hands, fingers, knuckles, and even elbows to simulate the acupuncture point and rebalance the meridians. Practitioners also use the breath, breathing from the hara, the energy center in the abdomen area to direct energy into their hands. Cool. Crystals. Whoop whoop. Crystals form in the earth over hundreds and thousands of years and are prized for their beauty, unique qualities, and healing powers. They have been used for centuries in various cultures and traditions for both decorative and healing purposes. For example, the ancient Egyptians used crystals such as lapis lazuli and turquoise in jewelry and were buried with quartz crystals to promote safe travel to the afterlife. The Romans wore protective amulets made out of crystals, and in India, the Vedas Hinduism scriptures include details of the healing properties of crystals as part of the Ayurvedic, I think I said that, Ayurvedic medicine. I think I said that right, y'all. As you can see, the idea of harnessing the power of crystals isn't new. Even today, crystals are used in numerous ways that you may be aware of. Quartz crystals can be found in electronic products such as watches, radios, computer chips, and sonar devices. And they're also used in ultrasound machines in hospitals. In terms of health, crystals. That's why girl, you be helping me. I be like, oh, thank God for sis. And I ain't ashamed. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep trying, honey. So thank you. I'm glad. Thank you, sis. And they're using ultrasound machines in hospitals. In terms of health, crystals offer a holistic way of adding an extra dimension to your healing. Used alongside conventional medicine, crystals can help the mind and spirit in providing an uplifting way of rebalancing your well-being. You may find that the use of the following crystals may help you to improve the quality of sleep and your waking mood. Y'all be with me 10 more minutes. I want to tell y'all about these crystals. Black spinel. I've never heard of this one. Ayurvedic. Wow. Is it Ayurvedic? Ayurvedic? I'm going to listen to it. Ayurvedic. I knew it was something like that. Okay. Thank you, sis. Black spinel. Spinel. Sleep with tumbled spinal under your pillow to awake, refresh, and y'all write this down, okay, if you're dealing with this insomnia. I'm going to say it again. Black spinal. Spinel. Sleep with tumbled spinal under your pillow to awake, refresh, and to be able to find new routes around problematic old obstacles. I'm going to get that for myself. Pink lepiodolite, something like that. LEPI, lepiodolite, whatever. LEPIDOLITE, pink. Place under the pillow for a good night's sleep, and so that you wake feeling positive. Wow. Peridot. Sleep with peridot under the pillow if you are prone to nightmares or night terrors. Amethyst. Sleep with an amethyst geode by the bed to help with insomnia, night waking, and troubled dreams. Lilac, the lepiodolite for a good night's sleep. So we have a pink, we have the lilac. Without troubling dreams or stress-induced wake up. Pink lilac. Place it in your bedroom. Ametrine. I seen that one. AMETRINE. Oh, okay. We're going to have to look that up, sis. Sleep with an ametrine geode by the bed to aid an unbroken night's sleep. Charoite, something like that. CHAROITE. Place this crystal on your heart before sleeping, as its calming energies may help to promote deep sleep and overcome insomnia issues. Wow. This is some great stuff. Howlight. I have one of those. Okay. Howlight placed under your pillow at night to promote calm and peaceful sleep, especially if you're prone to an overactive mind and thoughts that keep you from getting off to sleep. And last but not least, spiritual healing. Okay. Spiritual healing, when with its calming and uplifting effects on mind and body, can be extremely helpful with insomnia. It is also compatible with any other treatment you may be having, whether physical or psychological. I'm going to read all this and then I'm done. A healing session can last from 20 minutes to an hour. The healer will usually chat with you first and then ask you to sit or lie down. You don't have to remove any clothing. Many of them work almost purely in the energy field around the body, in which they can sense areas where there are problems. Others will lay their hands directly on painful areas, often relieving pain very rapidly. Many combine the two techniques. Healing is usually a very relaxing experience. Some people go to sleep during a session, and many sleep extra well afterwards. Patients often leave feeling emotionally and spiritually uplifted. Healers can also provide regular support for people going through difficult times and help them to build up their own inner resources. Sometimes during a healing session, patients find themselves crying, releasing pent up stress or grief. Many healers have clairvoyant or strongly intuitive gifts, which can help them to pinpoint the causes of people's problems. Many, too, are excellent intuitive counselors, and healer training courses increasingly emphasize the development of counseling skills. It is important that they too heal not only the physical but the emotional, spiritual causes of illness. A number of them encourage patients to take part in the release of past stresses through visualization, meditation, and forgiveness. One woman began seeing a healer specifically for her insomnia, which had been extremely severe for several years. She was only sleeping for 2 or 3 hours a night. She had a number of emotional problems, and having decided to sort herself out, she was also seeing a psychotherapist. Initially, she found herself sleeping much better for 2 or 3 nights following each weekly healing session. As time went on, these 2 or 3 nights extended into 7 nights a week. Sleep is the single most effective thing we can do to reset our brain and body health each day. Matthew Walker. Cherylite. Thank you. I wear this one all the time, even in bed. Oh, Lipidolite. Lipidolite. Okay, Lipidolite. Okay, I sleep with this one, and she sleeps with the Cherylite. I'm glad you are knowledgeable. That's it for this book. Absolute phenomenal. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. Woo, 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 woo. That was good, y'all. I know I kept y'all over, but I wanted to finish that up. Learn some phenomenal things. Some things I want to add to my practice. Right now, y'all see me sitting and I'm teaching, but one day you're going to be able to share with me. I'm going to have my practice. I'm going to have my building. I'm going to be doing the little scissor cutting, and I'm going to have, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be a whole setup. And it's not going to be long. It's not going to be long, but I am really appreciating this time because I'm learning and I'm growing with y'all, and we're excelling together. As I go up, y'all go up. Absolutely thrilled that we got through that series, learned a lot. You can always go back and watch the videos. If you need to contact me, you can find me on Facebook. My personal page is Tayi L. My business fan page is Queen Tayi L. I have several groups on Facebook, Light Seers Connect, Sacred Rose Coven, and Little Shop of Magic. Okay. Also, I have Beautiful Bodies Move. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. You Google me, you'll find me. Okay. Hope y'all enjoyed that tonight. We'll be back. What day did I say, y'all? Is it tomorrow? One of them days. Or was it one of them days? I'm coming back this week. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna start on our next series, and then we'll be back after that on Thursday. We'll be back on our regular schedule. So this week we'll be talking about self-care, and then the next week we'll go into emotional intelligence. Any questions? Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, sis. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm doing well. Uh, I'm just grateful. Um, we'll talk about that later. But my heart is healing, and I got help with that. Okay. Something about having somebody in your corner and that physical touch. I refuse to settle for less. I refuse to go back to something that makes me just really. We all deserve the very best, especially us. We're working on ourselves. So why would we settle for something that's not even in flow with our healing? That's not in flow with where we going. You know, if your waters are always flowing, why would you want to get something from a dry river? It wouldn't have any life. You want to connect your waters with other healing waters. And the more you connect with people with healing waters, the flow gets bigger and bigger and better. And the energy is strong. So remember that when you have to break away from a relationship or leave a job or, leave a certain way of life so that you can be better. You want that healing water is on in you. And if you just suppress your healing water and go back to what wasn't giving you life, you'll never ever get to see that flow. You'll never ever get to see the total and complete and phenomenal you. Okay, it is well worth it. It's well worth every tear. It's well worth every pain, every heartache, every ache, every pain, baby. It's well worth it because you are excelling. You are becoming a better and more phenomenal you. Okay, and if you ever desire to go back to something that was hurting you, think about what it's going to cost you. Think about how it's going to take from you. Think about how much you had to go through to get to where you are now. Because we love people, right? And we miss people. That's human nature. We think about how they made us feel, the good times we had, the things we did. Those are memories. That's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with reminiscing, but take those memories with you forward. Unless spirits say go back. Okay, but I guarantee if spirits say go back, that person is doing inner work. Okay, but most of the time, okay, 9 times out of 10, if you're moving forward and you had to detach from a relationship, you won't go back. You won't find yourself come back. They will come up to where you are. Next, you could be standing face to face and you having a conversation. I did this, I did that. When you left, I did. You know what I'm saying? They will meet you. You'll be going forward. Next, y'all will reconnect. And that's why they say, if something is meant for you, let it go. Let it go. If it's meant for you, it'll come back. Okay? It is what it is. So that's what I'm going to end with tonight. All right? I love y'all. Thank you for hanging with me. I don't know if Miss Rose is out there. Those of you that popped in, those of you that support, please go look at Morning Coffee and Tarot. I posted that today. Just trying to stay up on my content is only one of me, but I think I'm doing a fairly good job. Please comment on that and tell other people about A New Woman 08, where we're living life with spirit. Okay? I see y'all tomorrow night. I love you. Have a wonderful night. Sleep well. Sleep well. Those of you that's dealing with insomnia, y'all got a lot of stuff that you can use now to start working on your sleep patterns. Sleep well so you can have those dreams, receive those visions, and heal your body, mind, soul, and spirit. I love y'all so much. Have a wonderful night. Good night.